The movie begins with a weary soldier named Mickey, who is on vacation with his family. He brings his two children, Jack and Jane, to his brother Noah's house located deep in the American wilderness. Mickey's wife, Sophie, is the one driving since Mickey is exhausted from his recent military service. Soon, they arrive at Noah's house in the middle of the forest, hoping to have a relaxing vacation. However, it isn't exactly pleasant, particularly for Jane. When Mickey and Sophie walk into the house, they are immediately shocked by the sight of its disorganized state, as though someone had purposely left it in a filthy condition. Mickey tries to remain optimistic, convincing himself that Noah has simply gotten incredibly drunk. But as Jack and Jane step inside, they are immediately overwhelmed by a foul stench, likely coming from the decaying, scattered food. As they explore the house, Jane speaks proudly about her father's military background. She discovers that not only her father, but also her grandfather and great-grandfather have served in the military, as evidenced by the numerous photos and heirlooms displayed around the house. Even Noah, who actually lives in the house, has also served as a soldier during his time. This legacy deeply inspires Mickey, motivating him to follow in their footsteps and pursue a career as a soldier himself. But Mickey isn't just any ordinary soldier. He is a retired Special Forces operative, renowned and feared by 9 powerful nations for his skills and expertise. That night, Jane keeps complaining to her parents, expressing her dissatisfaction with the vacation spot, as it isn't what she had hoped for. Mickey reminds his kids to be grateful for what they have, but he also understands that they have both been hoping for a beach vacation instead. Still, having just retired from the military, Mickey decides to spend their vacation at Noah's place, choosing to honor the family's long-standing military tradition. The next day, Mickey makes his way to the graves of his father and grandfather, which are located just near Noah's home, to pay his respects. Despite their respected military service, both have been buried without any formal ceremony or honors. Later that day, Mickey organizes something new for the family, a gun training session aiming to give them a unique experience. Unbeknownst to him, someone has already been watching his family for a while. While Mickey focuses on teaching Jack, he still makes sure to show affection and care for Sophie. Unfortunately, Jane isn't interested in learning about guns and is still upset about the vacation. She goes to her room and vents her frustration by yelling at her mother, who tries to calm her down. Later that evening, Jack becomes puzzled when he finds that the television in the living room isn't working at all. Suddenly, Mickey remembers something and tells the kids to head to their rooms. To their surprise, the TV is fake, and behind it is a safe containing family treasures and important documents dating back to World War II. Meanwhile, Jack is startled when he finds something under the bed and immediately tells his father. Mickey checks the room and is shocked to find Noah's lifeless body hidden underneath the bed. At the same time, a vehicle approaches from down the road, forcing them to go back inside. Mickey instructs his family to stay hidden inside the house while they wait for the car to leave. But by morning, the vehicle is still there. Unexpectedly, a few more vehicles pull up, which prompts Mickey to step outside and see who has arrived. To his shock, these turn out to be the 12 soldiers who have previously served in the same team as Mickey during the last war. They explain to Mickey that they have come to recover his family's treasured possessions and priceless heirlooms, which have been passed down through generations. They give him a few hours to search the house, locate the valuables, and hand them over to them. Realizing what the soldiers intend, Mickey and Sophie know they have to quickly come up with a new plan to prevent them from entering the house. However, Mickey soon realizes that the house is under heavy surveillance, and any attempt to leave would put his family in serious danger. After a while, Mickey notices one of the soldiers stretching his arm, so he seizes the opportunity to quietly sneak his family out, carefully carrying 2 bags filled with valuables. What is supposed to be a peaceful family vacation quickly turns chaotic, and now they find themselves trapped. As a result, Mickey has no choice but to lead his family into the forest, where they can hide and stay out of sight. Meanwhile, the soldiers are unaware that Mickey has already escaped, and it takes them almost an hour to realize what has happened. As Mickey and his family venture deeper into the woods, they eventually find a secluded spot where they can rest and remain hidden. Eventually, Mickey makes the decision to hide the 2 bags of heirlooms in a safe and secure location. On the other hand, the soldiers begin planning a manhunt to capture Mickey and quickly organize a meeting to discuss their next steps. Most of them are young, but they appear to be highly trained and experienced, making them well prepared for situations like this. Unexpectedly, Mickey makes his way back and discovers that a meeting is taking place. During the gathering, one of the soldiers is threatened by their leader, Kane, for failing to follow orders. At first, the other soldiers assume Kane is joking and laugh it off, thinking it is all in good humor. But as the laughter fades, one of the soldiers, Franco, suddenly stabs the man Kane has threatened, killing him instantly. This shocks the entire group, and the atmosphere quickly shifts. Kane's actions are no longer seen as a joke. From that moment on, no one dares to disobey Kane, knowing the deadly consequence they would face from Franco. Mickey rushes back to his family and informs them that it is still too dangerous to go home. He can't allow those soldiers to win, knowing that fighting is their only chance to survive and take control of the situation. Mickey then resolves to eliminate them one by one, planning each step with precision. As the remaining soldiers search the forest, they scatter in an attempt to restrict Mickey's movements. At one point, Mickey comes across a soldier with impressive camouflage skills, but he swiftly overpowers him. Mickey grabs the communication radio and replies to Kane's messages. He states that there are only 10 people remaining and that he will send them out as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Jack thinks of following his father, even though he has little experience with shooting. Sophie tries to stop him, but luckily, Mickey returns, and Jack decides to give up on his plan. By nightfall, Mickey lets his family rest. Still, they can't shake their concern and unease about Mickey heading back into the forest to fight once more. Eventually, Jack makes up his mind to follow his father, unable to endure Jane's constant worry and anxious questions any longer. Meanwhile, Mickey moves through the forest with the calculated precision of an assassin, staying focused on his mission. Soon enough, Sophie realizes she can no longer hold Jack back, as her own concern for Mickey's safety grows stronger. That night, Mickey manages to take down another soldier, completing yet another successful strike. The next day, Kane's team stumbles upon the lifeless body of their comrade and are immediately alarmed by the number 9 crudely carved into his chest, signifying that only 9 of them are left. Kane orders his team to proceed with greater caution as they continue their pursuit of Mickey, knowing the danger he poses. As Jack makes his way deeper into the forest, Mickey stands by a small stream, washing his face and trying to clear his mind. At that moment, a flood of painful memories from a horrific incident in Afghanistan comes rushing back to Mickey. He remembers how his fellow soldiers mercilessly killed innocent civilians, sparing only a woman and her child. When Mickey tries to intervene and save the woman, his own team turns on him, branding him a traitor for showing mercy. The haunting memory of that day reminds Mickey of the terrifying capacity for cruelty within humanity. The failure to protect that woman haunts him, remaining a regret that will stay with him for the rest of his life. Now, to make matters worse, some of his former comrades, including Kane and Franco, are relentlessly hunting him down, all to steal his family's fortune. Fueled by rage and a deep sense of justice, Mickey quickly kills another one of Kane's men. Shortly after, another soldier arrives, and Mickey quickly uses the ambushed body as a shield to protect himself. He keeps evading the gunfire, taking cover behind trees, and eventually, he is able to ambush the second soldier from behind. When Mickey confronts the female soldier, he chooses not to use his weapon, even though she has a strong physique. They fight fiercely in hand-to-hand combat, but Mickey ultimately defeats her by shoving her into a tree. Soon after, Kane and his team arrive to find the dead female soldier. They quickly realize they are facing a skilled and dangerous opponent. Mickey marks the dead soldier with the number 7, indicating only 7 remain. Hours later, Kane and his team resume the hunt, steadily closing in on Jack's location. Luckily, Mickey shows up just in time to save his son, instructing him to distract one soldier while he deals with another patrolling near the lake. The soldier has no idea Mickey is silently hiding beneath the water's surface. Seizing the perfect opportunity, Mickey launches a sudden and brutal surprise attack. In the heat of the struggle, Mickey manages to retrieve a gun from underwater and shoots the soldier without hesitation. Afterward, Mickey carefully collects more weapons, ensuring he is fully armed before setting off to search for Jack. Meanwhile, Sophie and Jane grow more and more worried as neither Mickey nor Jack has come back. Unfortunately, Jack soon finds himself cornered and trapped by one of the soldiers. Even Sophie and Jane are eventually captured by Stan and Franco, who quickly bring them back to Noah's house. Eventually, Mickey saves Jack, but learns that Sophie and Jane have been taken. To make matters worse, Kane plans to harm Sophie and Jane. Furious, Mickey quickly eliminates the soldier who attacked Jack and hurries toward Noah's house. Meanwhile, Stan disagrees with Kane's plan to harm Jane and Sophie, leading Kane to shoot him in a fit of rage. A little later, Mickey radios to let Kane know that he is getting close and warns him not to do anything reckless. Despite this, Kane and Franco disregard Mickey's warnings, intensifying his anger even further. He charges toward Noah's house and quickly takes down 2 more of Kane's men. Soon, Mickey reaches the house. Kane is shocked and alarmed by Mickey's aggressive advance. Kane and Franco bring Sophie and Jane outside as hostages. Mickey begins negotiating, offering to reveal the location of the treasure bags. However, Kane insists that only one hostage can be freed before Mickey gives up the treasure. Faced with a difficult choice, Mickey chooses to free Sophie, leaving Jane in Kane's custody. Despite the situation, Mickey stays calm and tells Sophie to return to their original hideout, where Jack is waiting. After Sophie leaves, Kane orders Franco to follow Mickey to the location where the treasure bags are hidden. As they walk through the forest, Franco begins to torment Mickey. Meanwhile, Jane is brought back to Noah's house and continues to be harassed by Kane. Eventually, Mickey and Franco reach the location, and Mickey quickly reveals the hidden treasure bags. But the moment Franco gets distracted, Mickey launches a surprise attack. Mickey's anger intensifies, knowing that Franco is the one who tormented him during their time in Afghanistan. At the same time, Jane hesitantly agrees to Kane's demands and begins to sit on his lap. Back in the forest, Mickey and Franco engage in a heated fight, but within just 2 seconds, Mickey manages to turn the tables. The intelligence and combat skills Mickey inherits give him the upper hand to defeat his former comrade. Meanwhile, Jane cleverly tricks Kane and manages to escape. However, Kane chases after her and eventually catches the young woman. At that moment, Mickey arrives and has no choice but to go along with the situation for Jane's safety. Still, Kane is furious. Not only has Jane deceived him, but Mickey has also killed Franco. Kane strikes Jane until she loses consciousness, triggering Mickey's intense rage. In the end, Mickey and Kane face off in a brutal fight. Initially, Mickey struggles as his opponent is younger and stronger. Kane comes close to ending his life, forcing Mickey to surrender when he sees the gun aimed at him. Fortunately, Sophie manages to shoot Kane in the chest from behind just before he can shoot Mickey. Mickey acts swiftly, ensuring Kane's demise to guarantee he won't survive. Following the intense events, Mickey takes the time to lay Noah to rest with the dignity he deserves. Despite all they have endured, Mickey is grateful to be reunited with his family, while their inheritance remains safely hidden, marking a new beginning for them all. Thank you so much for staying till the end. If you enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for future uploads.